Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I am back on my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to talk something about something that means a lot to me, and that's 2K. As you saw from the title of this video, I'm talking about the 2K dilemma. I think it falls into the same category as Call of Duty, and the issue they're having is that they're producing a game every single year, and they're choosing to prioritize quantity over quality. And the effects of that have been shown. But today I wanted to jump into my three different topics to show why 2K is having this dilemma and what was so great about 2K, the early day 2Ks, 2K14, 2K15, even earlier than that. And I want everyone to understand why it's so vital to care if you like these games. If you guys are ready for that, please tune into this video and enjoy. My first topic of today is 2K's monopolization and how it started. In 1999, 2K was founded on the Dreamcast, and it was released 1999 November 11th. For those who know the game, Unks! Just kidding. No, but for real, for the people that know that game, it was revolutionary. It was described as never seen before, and it caused new basketball genres to spread. They developed games like NBA Jam, NBA 2K Playgrounds. Things of that nature began to sprout. And because of NBA 2K's release, it sprouted a huge genre that had never been explored. And that's gaming. That's sports gaming. Yes, of course, you can talk about the old football games or even all of that, but they were never as popular until the 90s and the 2000s. So this was really the pioneer. And it would see another leap in the 2010s when they released 2K13, 2K14, and 2K16. All three of those games were massive successes for 2K, and it grew its name by a large margin. During that time, though, there was competition. Within that competition were games like NBA Live from EA and NBA Jam, much more arcadey games. Then 2K was sprouting out to be more of a realistic sim of basketball. What we see now from 2K is a monopolization. 2K has become so dominant at the basketball gaming industry. All we see from basketball gaming is 2K. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So each year, 2K has begun to release every single new game. They usually come out in the fall, and every year since 1999, they've been releasing. They've reached such a high status of basketball gaming, or gaming in general, that this year, they're predicted to be the second most pre-ordered game, right behind GTA 6. With games in the running like God of War Lefe, a bunch of any games, and everything else that's coming out this year. This is such an amazing year for gaming in general. But yet, like Wolverine can be pre-ordered. Not even close to 2K26's pre-order numbers. And that's simply because of the brand that was built up. 2K has built up such an amazing basketball brand of itself that even though the product is deteriorating right in front of our eyes, people still watch it. My next topic is going to be what made 2K's so great in the first place. That seeing them fall this far is such a deterioration. Like, you can see the examples of their fall from grace. 2K has always been a high quality production, a high quality basketball game. Even back in the 1990s. What's happened today, though, is that they are producing at a rate of quantity over quality. And Call of Duty had the same issue, where they were just trying to make as much money as possible. And the greed of the corporation is overtaking the quality of the game. The game doesn't matter if it's good or bad, people will buy it because there's no other competition. But they have no competition because they were so great. What was so weird about 2K14 and 2K15 is that it felt different. I have no other words to describe it than that. 2K15 was one of the first ones I had played. It was on PS3. I had played it on PS3. A bronze cover, or maybe it was 2K13. I can't quite remember. But it just felt fun. There were storylines. It seemed like someone made a game that they cared about. And it fit the 2010 rugged type style that you would see. I remember there was this game, and it was about rappers like beating each other up. It was like DJ song, and it was so cool. It was very rugged, and then cut it had like it wasn't cut by the edges. Like everything was half baked in a sense, I guess. And it was so much fun. And in 2K, choices mattered. You know, things mattered in the game themselves. And that's something we don't see anymore. I could go into my career right now. It would take me like a whole year to finish out and complete it. Maybe if I dedicated enough time, like 6 months. Maybe a month if I was no life in it on 2K. But there's no worth to it. And I think they tried to bring some of that back with the high school stuff. And you can play out of the NBA now. But I wanted to play in the NBA and see personalities from the NBA. Personally, I thought the thing they tried this year was amazing. I thought what they put the effort into was outstanding. And I thought like it was a cool addition, but there was no substance. They had a cool idea, but they didn't produce well on it. And this comes from somebody that mainly plays my career. And I was disappointed with this year's. Honestly, I was disappointed with what the product was. Because 2K25 had done this, where my career was basically, can you be the GOAT? Can you be the best player ever? And it's not as interesting, and it's not as flavor packed, and it doesn't matter as much. But it was so fun. It was fun. I liked 2K25's thing because it was new. You could go be a GOAT. There was achievements you could reach. I think another thing that played into my career's downfall is the pay to win factor of 2K. Pay to win factor of 2K has always kind of ruined parts of the game. For me, a super fun part of the game has always been working up from the bottom. It gives me a goal, and in games you need goals to establish. If there's no goals for you to reach in the end, in anything you do, there's no point of it. There's literally nothing for you to do. 2K's enjoyability has deplenished because it doesn't, even without the nostalgia, it doesn't measure up to the other games. You can even pull from 2K15, the graphics are basically the same. And we're on a whole different 2 generations later of console gaming. And on PC it looks no different, runs no differently. And I understand it's a basketball game, who cares about that? I understand that. But when one of their selling points is look at the sweat, that's disgusting. That's disgusting marketing, and it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit the basketball game. And I think if they were going to lean into graphics, I think they should make their style more interesting. It feels too plastic. You can even look at the gameplay right now from 2K26 that I have on screen. It doesn't seem very different from the last 5 2Ks. You know what I mean? It's very similar, and I bet it's gonna be the same in the next generation. My last issue and my last topic with 2K is its price. I know that's what everybody is talking about, and what I'm specifically talking about as well. 2K27's Ultra Edition is the most expensive it has ever been. It is $150. And on top of that, it doesn't max out your player. You barely get to like overall 80. That is ridiculous. It's ridiculous to come from the company. And it shows what the company's priorities are. The company doesn't prioritize making money anymore. I mean, the company doesn't prioritize, the company doesn't prioritize making a good game anymore. The company prioritizes making money. And it has been amazing at that for 2 decades. It hasn't fallen off from making money. It's made billions upon trillions of dollars from us and our money. But I wanna question if you're gonna buy this game. Why are you going to do it? Why this year? Why again? What's the point? I think the problem with 2K is that there isn't enough competition. I've mentioned this and I've littered it across the whole video. 2K doesn't have enough competition. 2K isn't challenged, it isn't pushed to new levels. It literally just makes billions of dollars a year with no possibility of losing out. There's only profit behind this game. And they've used, again this year, they've used higher prices and market values to increase their game prices. The base game is $70. That is the most expensive base game 2K we have ever seen. I paid $70 or $80. I paid $80 or $90 last year for an Ultra Edition. The problem with 2K isn't the brand itself. And I know, let's side with the billionaires. The problem with 2K is that it's been conditioned into us to accept poor conditions. See what I did there? Nah, but 2K is in its sorriest state we have ever seen it. But we continue to buy it. There's even jokes about us buying it. And the corporation uses that to their advantage. And they're going to keep taking advantage of us unless we stop buying. You can always put your money where your mouth is. So wherever you put your money is what you're investing into to come out next time. If you invest into garbage like 2K25, you're going to get garbage. And I invested in that garbage too, because I was gonna enjoy it with my friends. And I do that every year. And I think that's a part of it. The connection it brings us. Everything that comes with the game. But is it worth it for prices to keep increasing? And for quality to keep dropping? For better sweat visuals, even though they've dropped ever since 2K15, 2K13, 2K14, all of those games. All I wanted to record this video was to bring attention to a problem that has been such a reoccurring thing in gaming. AAA games producing garbage. And that's what 2K has become. Simply because no competition, they're making money, and they don't care about the quality of their game. Because after a few months of buying it in October, in April, will you still like the game? No. You won't. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like down below and subscribe. Thank you so much.